Hi, and thank you for joining us for another version of Rabbi Stein's PPE. So, today we find ourselves really on the cusp of Yom Kippur, which is days away for the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. So what is that we're supposed to do on Yom Kippur? What does Hashem want from us? And how can we go into this holiday really understanding the core messaging concepts and ideas that are meant for us on this holy and awesome day? So number one is Teshuvah. Teshuvah is an incredible concept in which we recalculate the roots within ourselves. Just like you go for a drive, who knows, maybe you're driving to Florida, you program the GPS and you hit the road. It's inevitable. Someone, somewhere down the road is going to make the wrong turn. You cannot drive a route like that without making at least one wrong turn. So what happens? The GPS is going to say, recalculating route. Well, so too with Teshuvah. The entire year has gone by, and I guarantee not one person can say to themselves, I did not make a mistake. I did not deviate off my course. So the word Teshuvah itself tells us, right smack dab in the middle of the word, shuv, return, come back, recalculate your route, recalibrate yourself to bring us back to the path that's right, the path that's clear, and the path that's just. That's what Hashem wants. That's Teshuvah. Understanding, acknowledging, taking accountability, and understanding that we made a mistake. We own up to that mistake. And now we come back from the precipice from that error. We also have an idea of tefillah. What's tefillah? Tefillah is praying. We know this already. But really, what is prayer? I can daven 3 times a day with my siddur, my tefillah and everything, and go, my lips keep moving. Is that prayer? Is that tefillah? Absolutely not. Tefillah is avodat shebalev. It has to come from here. Everyone's worried about, what tefillahs are we saying this year, Yom Kippur? But in my shul we're skipping all these. And in my shul we're saying some of these. And in my home I'm going to say the whole machzor, the whole, 1,200 pages, or 12,000 pages. It's a lot, right? Our avodat shebalev, our prayer has to come from here. If we don't mean it, if we're not being sincere, it's not tefillah. Hashem svatai tiftach ufi yagi tilatecha. I utter open my lips and Hashem utters my own praises. Everything I feel has to be connected. It has to be channeled from within. That's tefillah. The Kohen Gadol would go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim, the Holy of Holies, once a time of a year. The one time, an entire year, he'd go on Yom Kippur. He'd go in, and if his thoughts and his heart weren't pure, if he hadn't yet done Teshuvah, then his prayers and the prayer of the people would not be accepted. But he knew deep down inside what he really felt. And once he connected with that, then he would be able to pray. And then we would have Teshuvah. Another point of Yom Kippur is that of giving tzedakah. Tzedakah, as I mentioned earlier this week to our kids, to our students in school, tzedakah is all about thinking beyond ourselves, thinking about somebody else, thinking about our friends, thinking about our parents, thinking about our colleagues, right? And caring for them, right? One of the biggest things we can ask ourselves, maybe I wasn't the greatest friend. Maybe I wasn't the greatest child, the greatest parent. We make mistakes. We get mad, we get frustrated, and that's okay. That's normal. That's part of life. That's part of living. But giving tzedakah is the complete opposite. It's the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the antivenom. It's the cure. It's the vaccine to help society get along. Chesed, caring, kindness. Tzedakah, the word tzedek is righteousness. That is what we're supposed to do. That's how we're supposed to act as humans, as people, is through tzedakah. Another big theme that we discuss over Yom Kippur is that of rachamim and din. Just like the scales of justice we see almost everywhere, the imagery for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur is blatant. There's a scale. Hashem measures our good deeds and our bad deeds. And I hope to God that our good deeds outweigh that of our bad deeds. And oy vavoy if our bad deeds outweigh our good deeds. But there's another element. And that is rachamim and din. Mercy, compassion versus judgment. We said on Rosh Hashanah, and we'll say again on Yom Kippur, im kebanim, im ke'avadim. Hashem, look at us like one of two ways. Look at us either as a child and we want to evoke the compassion and mercy and love like a father has, a parent has for a child, or even ke'avadim, at the very least, look at it as, you're my master, I'm your slave. I can do so much for you. Keep me valued. Keep a worth to me. Don't discard me. Don't throw me away. Don't do to me like you do like an old toy or an old piece of Lego you find and you step on it at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it hurts, right? And in your frustration, you want to get rid of it. But don't do that to me. Keep me. Keep the little guys part of your master plan. And there's also the idea of Avinu Malkeinu. We shout out at the top of our lungs in a normal year in Shul, Avinu Malkeinu. Who's first? Avinu. He's our father before he's our Melech, our Malkeinu. And again, the idea of compassion, of rachamim, of mercy, of a relationship. Hashem's our father, a parental figure. Who wouldn't want to connect to that? Avinu Malkeinu.